Big headline to start. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth summoned Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei to the Pentagon for tense talks about using Anthropic's Claude in military networks. Short version, the Pentagon wants fewer limits, Anthropic wants firm guardrails, no mass surveillance of Americans, and no autonomous weapons. It's reportedly a potential ultimatum.
Right. Claude is the only model inside the military's classified systems and part of a larger DoD push. The DoD has even talked about declaring Anthropic a supply chain risk and voiding contracts if it won't loosen usage restrictions.
So what are the real levers here, and what could happen if they don't reach a deal?
Technically, offboarding Claude would be messy and expensive. It's embedded in workflows. Politically, the Pentagon can cancel contracts or force certifications from partners. Anthropic's stance is principled but negotiable. Loosen some restrictions, protect two red lines. The likely outcomes range from a calibrated compromise to a disruptive offboarding if talks collapse. The ethical debate is front and center. National security needs versus developer-imposed safeguards.
Sounds like a classic tech versus state standoff with real operational risk. Keep your popcorn ready, but also your contingency plan. Moving from geopolitics to green metrics, Sam Altman defended AI's energy footprint by comparing training models to energy it takes to train a human over 20 years. He also called water usage claims fake. The reaction was swift and critical.
The pushback is expected. Experts pointed out the analogy is misleading. Humans and AI consume resources very differently. You can't ignore the embodied energy in producing the datasets, the infrastructure, and the lifecycle costs of data centers and chips.
Practical question, how should the industry measure AI's environmental impact so this kind of debate doesn't keep looking like opinion theater?
Use lifecycle assessments that account for data training, inference, data production, hardware manufacturing, and cooling/water use. Break out training versus inference. Training can be a big one-time carbon hit, while inference scales with usage. Transparency on metrics, independent verification, and efforts to shift to cleaner grids and more efficient accelerators are the right moves. And from a PR angle, analogies that sound dehumanizing are a bad look.
So, more data and less rhetoric. Not exactly sexy, but necessary. Time for gadgets. A retail Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra reportedly surfaced early. A YouTuber shared an unboxing and photos that confirm a hardware privacy display, size comparisons, and hints at a 200-megapixel lead camera and similar battery to the S25 Ultra.
The privacy display is the headline, a hardware layer that limits viewing angles so people beside you can't peek at notifications. Samsung even confirmed the feature exists. The leak also shows the S Pen won't have Bluetooth this cycle, and dimensions are roughly in line with the previous Ultra.
Is privacy by screen hardware a meaningful advantage or just marketing gloss?
It's useful in crowded settings, banking apps, messages, boarding passes. Hardware-level privacy is stronger than software dimming because it's visual and passive. That said, competitors will copy it quickly if it sticks, and the rest of the device still needs meaningful upgrades, sensors, battery life, and software polish to justify an Ultra price tag.
Pre-Unpacked leaks, annoying for Samsung, delicious for reviewers. Either way, expect a lot of hype on Feb 25. Apple reportedly building visual intelligence models for new wearables, an AI pen, camera-equipped AirPods, and smart glasses. The idea is to extend camera-powered Apple Intelligence beyond the iPhone.
Bloomberg's reporting suggests Apple is building on-device vision models for context-aware accessories, an always-on lower-res camera in a pen or AirPod, and a higher-res camera plus environmental sensors in glasses. The goal is ambient understanding. Summarize text, translate, or give contextual answers without pulling out your phone.
That sounds great for utility, but raises obvious privacy and compute questions.
Exactly. Key trade-offs: on-device inference versus cloud processing, battery life, and how Apple manages always-on sensors. Apple's history suggests it'll favor on-device processing and privacy-preserving defaults, but regulators and users will watch closely. If Apple nails low-powered visual models, this could feel transformative. If not, it'll be incremental.
So watch the disclosure settings closely, and maybe don't wear one in awkward meetings.
Final item. Nothing posted an official image of the phone 4A ahead of its March 5 launch. It keeps the transparent aesthetic, swaps in a pill-shaped triple camera, and debuts a redesigned Glyph Bar made of 9 mini LED squares.
The Glyph Bar evolution is interesting. Brighter, more neutral lighting and individually controlled LEDs give more expressive notifications without resorting to giant bezels or gimmicks. The phone 4A will likely be mid-range with a Snapdragon 7 series chip, with a Pro sibling expected to carry stronger cameras.
Does Nothing still have momentum in a crowded mid-range market?
Their brand and unique industrial design punch above their specs. For buyers who want personality and decent performance at a good price, Nothing remains compelling. The risk is the specs must match expectations and software support must be solid. If they deliver a reliable experience and keep that Glyph charm, they'll keep carving out a niche.
Good to know. I'll wait for the reviews, but I'll admit I already like the LED flirting with my notifications.
Same here. That's our roundup. See you next time for more headlines and slightly questionable tech jokes. The preceding audio summary was created at jesterengine.com, where you can find and verify the original sources.